Hi guys, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another weekly reading check-in. I decided, just spur of the moment kind of thing, that I want to try to make these a little bit more fun, and I'm going to do a haul and an unhaul portion in this video, because sometimes I really don't have a lot to say about books that I've been reading or, have read. So it's like, try and fill it up with a little haul and unhaul. I'm not going to make it huge. I'm only going to put like 2 books that I'm hauling and 2 books that I'm unhauling in each one. Just try and make it a little bit more interesting. I haven't really been watching anything. I've only been playing... Oh, I did start playing a new game. So I have been playing Final Fantasy 14. But I have started playing Genshin Impact, which I didn't think I would really like, but I'm kind of obsessed with. So there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't really been watching anything. I haven't watched any movies or shows. I'm a little sad about it because I do want to start watching stuff, but I just haven't. I really wanted to watch Haunting of Bly Manor in October and didn't do it, so I'm a little upset. I didn't really do anything like spooky in October, and I really wanted to. Like, I didn't read anything like truly spooky. I think the spookiest book I read in October was Turn of the Key, which was really good. It was. But I wanted to read like Year of the Witching, Haunting of Ashburn House. Like, I had so many like ideas and like plans, but I didn't fall through. So, oh well. Alright, so for the unhaul portion, because we're going to start with the unhaul. So I'm only like, okay, so let's see. On this shelf, alright, the last 2 of the bottom ones are books that I have set aside to unhaul. I haven't been able to do it yet, but I have set aside to unhaul. There's only one thing on there that is not for an unhaul. I just don't know where to put it, and it's my paperback box set of Sarah J. Maas Throne of Glass books. So, yeah. I don't have room on my Sarah J. Maas shelf. So, like, I had to put it somewhere, and I didn't have any room. But it's okay. So, yeah, so there's a bunch of books on there. So to pick 2 is really hard, but I figured I'm going to haul 2 books with really beautiful covers and really beautiful editions. So I'm just going to show you the 2 books that I'm unhauling with really beautiful covers. So, and those are middle grade books. We have The House of Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson and A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. These were both recommended by Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. These were both recommended by Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. And they were just alright for me. For Sophie Anderson, I really liked The Girl Who Speaks Bear. That was really good. But this one was just alright. This one is like a Baba Yaga tale. So Russian folklore. And then this one was about 3 sisters who have to break this ancient curse. They can't leave the island unless they break this curse. So they're stuck where they're at, and yeah, there's magical objects to help them do that. So stuff like that. I just thought these were okay. I think I gave them both 3 stars. I wanted to love these a lot, and I just didn't. So that's why they're getting unhauled. But yeah, seriously, gorgeous covers. So even the spines are really pretty, especially Pinch of Magic. So yeah. For the haul portion, I just got these in the mail. I ordered these in April. Okay, so I ordered these from Bakery because I saw these editions and they were gorgeous. So I really, really wanted it. And that is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen and the sequel to it, Traitor Queen. So, these are gorgeous. I've only ever read Stolen Songbird by Danielle Jensen, and I didn't love it, but I have a lot of high hopes for this one. So it says, 1 kingdom to save, 1 kingdom to destroy. And these are Bakery exclusive editions. And it says, what if you fell in love with the one person you swore to destroy? Oh, and they also come with signed book plates. And so there's like the title page. Okay, so this is the best thing. So here's the naked hardback. First off, like, that's gorgeous. And here's the back to it. And then after that, we have this gorgeous Introducts jacket, which I'm just obsessed with. And I just got these in the mail. It was definitely worth the wait and the money, and these are just so pretty. And I just, so that's the first book, The Bridge Kingdom. Now for the second book. Okay, so already this is just as gorgeous. I really love this art style. And so the title page is going to be the same. It also comes with a book, a signed book plate. So it says, a queen in exile, a king in chains. That's all I want to know. I don't want to know anything else. This one, though, so there's the back to that. It's gorgeous. This one, though, comes with a map. Like, it's just so pretty. So I don't really know anything about them. All I know is that it's got, like, a forbidden love, you know, kingdoms. I'm all here for that. And I can't wait to read these. So we'll see when I actually get to them, but I'm really excited for these. So that was the haul portion of this video. See, not so bad. Now we could talk about the books that I've read and is currently reading. Alright, so let's start with where I left off, I think last week. I think I was still reading Prisoner of Night by J.R. Ward, which was the novella in between The Thief and the next book, The Savior, I think. I have no idea. But yeah, Prisoner of Night is the novella. It doesn't really follow any characters you know. At least for the first two novellas. I do know that the next novella will be following a character we've met before and have had a book from before. So I'm really excited for that one. This one I didn't love. I talked about this last week. I gave it 2 stars. I was just feeling meh about it. I knew it. I just knew I wasn't gonna really love it. Yeah, so I ended up giving that 2 stars. And then I did end up finishing Death Doesn't Bargain, which is the sequel to Dead Men Walking, right? And it's the second book in the Dead Men's Cross series, or trilogy, whatever it is. Yeah, so this one I also felt like meh about. This one followed Calder and Cameron, which from the first book I was really interested in their relationship. Even though you didn't really get anything from it in the first book, you just could see that there's going to be something between them. And I did like their relationship, but just this book in general just didn't, like, keep me interested throughout. If it wasn't about Cameron and Calder, if it was about, like, the war that's going on or anything else, I was bored. So I think I ended up giving it 3 stars because of that. I did like the characters. Like, I do like the characters somewhat. It's just, there's a lot of characters and there's a lot to go around, and it's just like, God. So, yeah, 3 stars. And then lastly, I think I said, okay, so I was filming my TBR after I filmed my weekly reading check-in last week, right? So it was really? Seriously? It was the video after. And I'm doing my TBR video, and I'm talking about, like, how I've pretty much read everything I needed to read in October, so it was fine. But then I remembered there was one book that I needed to read and I hadn't read yet. So that's oh my god, that's The Highwayman by Kerrigan Byrne. This one was in my bucket of favorite booktubers, favorite books of 2019. So I was like, crap, I really left this to the very end. Shit. So I'm like, I gotta read this in 2 days. Can I do it? I did it. I finished this Sunday night. So, like, right, or no, not Sunday night, Saturday night, right before the first. So I was like, this is great. Like, this is great. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's got, like, a Scottish Highlander, you know, feel to it. It was really good. It also really made me think of, or really reminded me of The Princess Bride. Only because the main character, I really can't talk about that. Spoilers. But yeah, really made me think of The Princess Bride a lot while reading it. But we follow Feyre, who is, so like in the very beginning of the book, you follow Feyre and Dugan when they're children in this orphanage. They're children in this orphanage, and they end up falling for each other and end up having this like hand fasting. So not like legally married, but married, you know, in their hearts. And then something happens. Dugan ends up having to go off to jail. And Feyre ends up running away from the orphanage. And then news comes back to her that Dugan has died. Years while he was in prison. So, we follow Feyre now, like, years later. She's older, she is working in the Scotland Yard, and, there's this, like, criminal, going around, what's his name? Dorian Blackwell. So he's a criminal, everyone's trying to catch him, and she's in danger, and he's the only one who can help her. Pretty much how that goes. And the only way that he can help her is if they get married. Like, that's a stipulation. So now she has to marry him. And just stuff happens. It's actually really good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, because I only knew from Jess from Peace Love Books that she really liked it. And I was just like, all right, well, we're going to give it a shot. And I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that was 4 stars. Really happy about that one. So that ended my October reading. Now we can talk about my November reading. So for November, if you watched my TBR video, you will know that I have a lot of books on that TBR. And I'm trying to read 4 to 5 books a week. Like, trying. So, I've only finished 1 book. I still have a couple more days left in the week. So, I have to finish the other ones by Sunday night. It's fine. It's fine. So, I finished Check Please, Volume 2, Sticks and Scones, by Ngozi Ukazu, I think is how you say it. This is the conclusion to the Check Please duology. It was so fucking cute. I loved it. I love Jack and Biddy so freaking much. I want to own these books for myself. My only drawback from reading this was I had to read most of it on my phone, because my iPad was dead. Like, it's not the book's fault at all. This is all my fault. I wanted a physical copy because it would have been a lot easier. I think I read Check Please Volume 1 physically, so it just would have been a hell of a lot easier, but it's fine. It's not the book's fault. It was all my fault. I still loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It was just so good. So good. So wholesome. Just a lot of baking. A lot of, and Biddy's in his senior year, and he is still, you know, in the hockey team. Why? Still in the hockey team, still in college, and dating Jack. And it's just so good. Just so good. Okay. Is that dog ever gonna shut up? Always. Always happens. Okay. So, currently I am reading Send Me Their Souls by Sarah Wolf. I did receive this from NetGalley for an honest review. I got this pretty late, and I didn't even realize that it was coming out. I didn't realize that it was on NetGalley for a while. I just got it really late, and it came out, I think, on the 3rd, and I'm filming this on the 6th. So, I'm just about done with it, though. I'm 85% in. I think I'm on chapter 30. Hold on, I can tell you. Yeah, chapter 30. 85%. I'm almost done. I'll finish this tonight, I think. This is the 3rd and final book in the Bring Me Their Hearts trilogy. Yeah, Bring Me Their Hearts trilogy. The first book Bring Me Their Hearts. I absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. I loved Zira as a main character. She was just so badass, so good. She's a heartless. She doesn't have a heart. And in order to get her heart, she makes a deal with her witch to go to the kingdom. I can't remember the kingdom's name. Beatrice? Or is that the world's name? Something like that. She goes to the kingdom and she has to win over the prince and steal his heart. That's it. But unfortunately things happen, like her falling in love with the prince and maybe not wanting to steal his heart. But, oh well, she's a heartless. She's going to do it anyway. She wants her heart back. Love that. The second book, Find Me Their Bones, was alright. I didn't love it. I think it was more like a 3.5 kind of star. It was alright. It's middle book syndrome. It always happens. So, I reviewed that one. I was really happy to get that one from NetGalley. And then, when I saw the Send Me Their Souls was on there, I was like, frick, I gotta get it. And so far, I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying Zira again. So in the second book, the reason I didn't love it was because Zira was just, like, she was so badass and so witty and just so funny in the first book. And in the second book, I felt like I lost a lot of that from her. Like, the author was trying to kind of fit that in, but in this one, you definitely get her back, and I'm just so excited, or just so happy about that. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how the ending happens. It's really good so far. Again, I'm 85% in. I'm almost done. It's really good. And yeah, the finale is about to happen, and I'm just like, ooh, God. Okay, so other than that, I am also listening to The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. This one is my audiobook for the week. I'm trying to listen to an audiobook every week. We'll see how that goes. I am on I'm in part 2, chapter 30, which I believe is 40 chapters in, actually. 187 pages in, so I only have that much left. Like, it's not that much. I have, like, let's see, it's a little over 300, so it's like 320 pages. That's not too bad. It's, 140 pages? Like, it's not going to be that bad. I am enjoying it. I am interested to see, like, how everything plays out. So we follow a psychotherapist named Theo, and he has this patient. Her name is Alicia, and she's silent after killing, she's gone silent after her husband Gabriel was shot in the face, presumably by her. We don't know exactly what's happening or what's happened. You get diary entries from her every once in a while to kind of, it starts from the very beginning, of their, like, kind of like their relationship, their marriage. And then I think it's gonna lead up to when he dies, or, like, what's gonna happen. But yeah, we don't know exactly what happened. We just know that her husband Gabriel was tied up, shot a few times in the face, and then she's standing there, completely motionless, completely silent, with, I think, blood all over her nightgown. So we don't know exactly what happened, but everyone has decided that she's the one who killed him, and she's gone mad. So I'm interested to see how this plays out, though. And then lastly, I am reading Havenfall by Sarah Holland. This one was on my list of books to finish by the end of the year, or to read by the end of the year. I am almost done. I am on chapter 17, 208 pages in, out of like 310 or something like that, or 305. I'm like literally, I think, just 100 pages away from finishing this. Yeah, it was like 305. So I'm less than 100 pages away from finishing. And I am very much enjoying it. Like, this definitely is going to feel like a 4-star book. We'll see how the ending plays out. There is a sequel, though. So the sequel comes out next year. It's called, I think, Phoenix Flame or something. And this one is, so we're set at this inn, called Havenfall. So Haven is Earth. Haven is the human world. And, every year there is a summit of all the, like, worlds. So the inn hosts, delegations from all of the worlds that are there. So there are doorways that lead into okay, so there's 4 realms. There's Fjordenkill, Mir, Solar. You know what? Here I can. Fjordenkill, Burn, Solaria, and Haven. Okay, so Mir was not one. Fjordenkill, Burn, Solaria, and Haven. Okay. So Haven is the human world. Solaria is, Solaria's realm has been closed off because they believe that Solarians are all evil. Fjordenkill and Burn are the 2 that, like, have helped close the realm. But the doorway to Solaria is open now. And, monsters are getting in and shit's happening. So, like, everyone's at this inn. We follow our main character, Maddie, who is the niece to the current innkeeper. So he's supposed to keep the peace, and something happens to her uncle, and now she is, like, the current innkeeper right now. And she is trying to find a way to close the door to Solaria, find out what exactly happened, how it got open. And then there's also the summit that's happening, and, like, all of the, like, royals and people from these different realms are here, and they're all pissed off that they're stuck there when there's a Solarian monster roaming around. And again, like, no one knows what's going on. Like, no one understands, like, how this happened or why. And yeah, so shit's happening. It's actually getting pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah. So these are the 2 that I'm, like, currently reading, plus Send Me Their Souls. So those are the 3 I'm currently reading. So that would make 4, because I will definitely finish Send Me Their Souls and Havenfall definitely by tomorrow morning. And Silent Patient I will finish by Saturday or Sunday night. I should be able to finish it Sunday night. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will try and start another book, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. I do have another review book. So the problem was, when I did my TBR, I forgot to mention my review books that I had to read as well for the month, which was Send Me Their Souls, and I also have A Love Across Time by Genevieve Jane, I think is the name, or is it Jane Genevieve? I think it's Genevieve Jane. I saw that on Goodreads, so I went to go put it on my want to read list for Goodreads, and saw that the only ratings were really awful ratings. So I'm not holding out hope for that book. I'm gonna go in with pretty low expectations and see how it goes. There was quite a bit of, like, 1 stars or DNFs, so we're gonna see how that goes. But I do have to try and read that. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next week. Bye. Happy reading.